Welcome to mini lesson 11.4, the title screen. In this mini lesson, I'm going to show you quickly how to make a very simple title screen where you'll have an image appear on the screen, and then we'll use some fancy programming technology and make that title screen disappear and transition into our program, which could be an animation, a video, or a slideshow, or anything of that nature. Let's start off by looking at our Scratch lesson here. Okay, so this is the title screen program, and let's go ahead and run it so you can see what's going on. The first thing that'll show up is the title screen. It'll transition to another page, and then we'll move into our program where something happens, okay? So the main thing is, let's stop it. We transition from screen to screen. We're doing this on the stage. You could also do this with the sprites. It gives you a little bit more flexibility with the sprites. The easiest way to do it originally is just with the stage. And what we've done in the code right here is we just switch to a backdrop, which is the first one called title screen. Then wait 2 seconds, transition to another one called instructions, wait 4 seconds, then we broadcast a message called start. And then from here, once this message is received on start, we transition, or excuse me, we switch the backdrop to a new one called tree. You can see all these backdrops right here. And then our happy little sprite over here, this will receive the start message, and then it will appear on the screen. One thing I've done is just to show you different combinations with the special effects. There's an infinite amount of combinations for these. Well, maybe not infinite. Some of you math people out there are probably getting busy to prove me wrong. However, there's a lot of combinations, and you'd be hard pressed to find them all in just your experience with Scratch. So just to give you a different example of that, we pixelate Fisheye and Ghost right from the start at 100, essentially 100%. That set the size to 0, which is what causes it to be very small when it starts. And then we repeat it 100 times and just change the size by 3, and then we reduce the values of these special effects, which gives it a nice transition from going small and kind of pixelated and ghosted out to a much larger, clear image. And then we just tell it time to play, and then we stop everything in the program. Okay, nothing super complex. It's just getting used to seeing different combinations of material within Scratch. All right, let's move into our presentation here. It's a lot of vocabulary associated with title screens. Oh my gosh. Okay, so some things you want to see is a title screen. It's just an image that's going to display the words for your show or your game. It basically gives the distinctive name for what that product is going to be. You've seen these if you ever watch television or play games. A title sequence, which is what we're technically making, it's going to be a series of screens that show the title screen and some other screens that display information. One thing you might want in your title sequence is, right down here, set of instructions. I've seen many very good programs created in whatever language, and without proper instructions, the users don't get to experience that great product that I've seen the students make because they don't have good instructions associated with it. And I'm sure some game manufacturers have had that problem in the past where there just weren't very good instructions and nobody could figure out how to play their game. Users get frustrated, they don't want to mess with it. Fisheye Effect, I don't think I've shown this one yet, maybe I have, but the Fisheye Effect, this is actually a real camera term. This isn't just a Scratch term. So it's when the image or the field of vision is distorted so that a wide angle is formed. You can see the sample right here. There's actually fisheye camera lenses. You might have seen pictures where it kind of looks like a bubble type appearance on the picture. So Scratch has the same thing with the fisheye, where it'll cause it to have that kind of distorted, kind of enlarged image right there. Okay, and that's all there is to it for this mini lesson. When you program your title screen, make sure you have your stage with the images, and then make sure you have your sprite. And you can swap out this sprite for whatever you want, or you can actually, if you want to get, kind of adventurous, you can actually take some of these items here and start mixing and matching with other Scratch programs, which will be something that you do later in the curriculum when you get to the SZ mashup.